Yes. Slow it down, slow it down. Yes. Now this server will suffer too from my decisions and almost impossibility to avoid hosting. Well, apart from the days when I completely forget about it and just end up doing nothing. But apart from that, it shall now be a part, a nice and educational part of my very own little server, shouldn't it be? It is something I should have probably set up beforehand, but just now came to the conclusion that it's probably not a bad idea. How times have changed. Feeling almost like a modern person, I'm choosing the internet for many great things nowadays. And not just for, you know, reading my, well, additional newspaper articles, basically, and I found interesting, and, well, there's always gonna be porn, isn't there? I don't even lie about that. I mean, I don't see any reason to do so, so let us not know the obvious. Well, I furiously click around, it said everything out because it should now be working, and we're technically speaking 20 minutes early, so technically speaking I have all the time in the world to set everything up because I'm for once early. And I forgot to. Let's see if I can actually edit this fastly when nobody's looking. I can. It's just a little bit slower, but not much slower. Oh, that reminds me, I completely forgot about the other one, didn't I? Oh shit. It happens when you're trying to be smart and you're like, this is just going to be a one-time thing, isn't it? There's no reason for you to care about it, is there? If I do it like this. Okay, that works. I mean, not perfect. But it should, technically speaking, work. I do always love it when I'm like, yes, technically speaking. But what about practically speaking? Okay, so either I have not done it like this. Did I not set this up like this? Am I just... Oh, okay. I'm not that much of an idiot, apparently. Here you are. Now, give me just one little more second. I'm almost done. I just want to order this because... you see, I always like it when people keep their stuff ordered, because I have a tendency to let stuff run in the background, like not just single videos, mind you, usually just playlists, long playlists, containing enough stuff for multiple hours, and well, usually that means there's stuff in there that is ordered in some way, shape or form, so that, you know, you can follow the story along, for example, if it's a playthrough or something, and you know how fucking annoying it is when somewhere in the middle you're listening to something and then your video loads, you have a nice little break, you drink a bit of coffee and suddenly you're somewhere completely different. Annoying as fuck. Which is why I have sworn to myself that if I were ever to do something like that on my own little, well, channel, I will create order. Which I do. And which I did just now. I just ordered the fucking whole 2 videos of Frostpunk into the right order, so I don't get annoyed by myself. Now, a bit of coffee while we change around, and I need to go to Red Window because the next part is going to be, oh boy, lot of stuff. Reading mostly. Ooh. Now then, we are in our final stage. So, let me take out of that. Let me give you the usual recap of last time. Last time we entered the Janice Royal Academy together with Chloe, and well, long story short, we got kinda roped into helping out with a bit of a play and preparations for the well, big festival that's coming up, which is precisely what we have been doing. And followed by, you know, a nice little bit of girls talk, boys talk about, you know, the only real thing that people in that age really think about and probably will talk about. Don't remember talking much about it. It was kind of like, you know, that one, yeah, she's kind of hot, you know, and I was like, yeah, really is. And that's basically the extent of the boys talk I remember from my school days. I should probably not try to get involved in the actual right now. Yeah, I would have an opportunity to do some of that again, but I'm kinda not feeling too involved in it. Alas. But yeah, so we prepared everything, and now our job is basically to go back together with the boys and well, let the festival start. Now, I was kind of thinking to do something else today, but this is actually rather fitting because, you see, the festival will be full of people, which means a lot of reading will probably have to be done until we can actually get shit done. So my idea is to actually, because I do remember that during the festival, the let's just say there are multiple instances of it, and it's chock full of conversation. It's probably not going to be something that we can do in just one sitting. My idea was to basically make 2 sittings out of that. One for basically most of the festival, the other then starting with the actual play, which is probably going to be on the weekend, most likely. So the order of things is today some good old Trails in the Sky. Tomorrow, if things go well and work out as a plan, then we have a double stream of 1 Frostpunk to finish off with a bit of good old believe in better, and you shall get better. As in, believe in me, and I will give you better, then claim to be God, and everything going to be happy, sunshine. Secondly, we're going to play some, well, Pillars of Eternity, obviously, and then comes the Saturday, where we are probably going to finish this. Because you see, I'm actually sitting down and think about how to do things, so it's somewhat pleasant, but then again, I can only go by what would be pleasant from my point of view as a viewer. Imagining myself as a viewer is actually not that hard, because it's not that I'm not viewing things sometimes. Alas, I see that I will break off into a lot of rambling, so let's actually get in, and now I will need to remember once again. Voices. Hey, that was not what I was expecting. I was actually expecting voice to be around there. Where the fuck did they go? No, downstairs, of course. Yo! We're here. Oh yeah, right, Estelle, I remember. You kinda get a few things, didn't ya? Hey, thanks everyone. Thank you, Jill. Hey, yes, Hans, my little degenerate. I remember you from last time. You gave me great fun, didn't ya? As expected of a German, of course. Degenerate at heart. Hey, what am I waiting for you? Now, are you ready to order some food? Yes. Oh man, my stomach cries out for nourishment. I have never seen any person who was hungry and I went like, oh man, my stomach cries out for nourishment. I've seen people sit down and go like, hungry. I've seen people standing, opening their mouths and pointing at it and going like, eh. I've heard many people describing, but never this specific sentence. And not even its German equivalent. Mein Magen schreit nach Nahrung. Wäre, not completely right, but well, nourishment is, it is now basically, but there are a few better words for that. My face is tired. Indeed, that is a tired face. And very strange sentences. Hello there. An NXE. An Woo NXE. Interesting name. And welcome, my friend. How are you on this fine evening, when people are tired and their stomach cries out for nourishment? Finish up the play, having to run Hazer and Yon like a madman really works up an appetite. Doesn't it? I know, it's called work. I've done a lot today already, woman. Well, that ends after today, right? That kind of sounds sad thing, doesn't it? Alright, I've got to get motivated. Got the new job to deal with and all. Wait, what? What new job? Hans. When's the next time we're gonna be a degenerate? I'm just waiting for it. Yeah, I'll tell you about it later. Let's go there and steer things up. I'm going to make this festival a huge success. We'll continue, Estelle. You do your share. No, I'm all over it. Did you do the 3 quests? You mean those 3 little side quests for the festival? Yeah. I actually did those last episode. And then I kinda ran out of time and I had to save. We will do our absolute best, says the princess. I'm interested. That evening, everyone spent a rather busy hour in the cafeteria. At the end, they all raised a toast, with soft drinks, weaklings, to the success of the play. There's a scene everyone misses. Well, tell me more then. I still technically speaking have a save game before we started this part, so... That was interesting. Kitty, could you please, for the love of God, shut up? And now you want attention, not now. I'm trying to do something. You go to the console room door after the... but before the Yen's office. You mean when Joshua and Hans are talking about potential relationships? While the others are kind of dropping on that. Yep. Well, I've done this. I know about that. You cannot shock me, little Anakshi. I'm assuming that is a sign of an absolute respect for my willingness and sacrifice my hours to look at every bloody corner for conversations. I do like it. This game has a lot of interesting little tidbits flying around, and you know, I'm kind of trying to get everything. Doesn't mean that I will get everything, because, you know, I will make a mistake sooner or later. But I don't know how to use magic in this game too. I do know how to use magic in basic terms. I'm just not... I don't know, technically speaking, I have a lot of hours in this game, actually. Just on this playthrough alone, I have like 40 hours already. But yeah, generally speaking, I have a good idea of what you can do. It's just that I'm not making much use of it right now because, you know, it's just normal difficulty. You don't really need to do that much. Kind of going for White Gehenna and stuff. Shadow Spears, yeah, those are nice because insta-kill effect, I think, is Shadow Spear. Yeah, I think. Right now, I'm basically just setting everybody up to use, if possible, White Gehenna, which is a problem with, of course, Chloe can not really do that with all the water. Indeed, White Gehenna. Quite the useful little spell, I would say. Afterwards, they returned to the dorm and went to bed early, in order to be prepared for the busy day ahead. Yeah, I know the busy day is going to be busy because lots of reading. And on the day of the festival. Dum. Now, what I'm interested in is actually if we are getting healed, because technically we just rested, so we should be healed, and Estelle was kind of wounded after that old schoolhouse thing. The stage is set perfectly. The lights are just right. I don't even see the lights, and it's bright. How do you see lights? You mean spotlights? Chill, you're talking crazy again. Okay, looks like we're ready to unleash our masterpiece. Yeah, I beat Nightmare once, and that was a pain in the ass to do. I was not really willing to do that, plus talking... Do you know how much conversations change in every area? Do you know that when you are in Ruin, and you just start your fucking investigation, you can run back all the way back to Chronopass to get a few more lines of sentence? Yeah, I've done that. I don't need to do this and Nightmare. It's manageable. Yeah. 2 especially was a pain in the ass on Nightmare. Oh boy. So yeah, I have decided to foster my own sanity and not do that. Because, oh boy, I remember that. I remember my first time trying this game on Nightmare. That was fun. Very fun. Precisely 5 minutes until I realized that, oh boy, this is gonna take a while. And it took me a while. We'll be opening soon. Got a bit before everything starts. So, have some fun in the meantime. Oh, we will. Now you're talking. I'm gonna shove my face with something from every food stand out there. And my portally toast. Everything backwards and is Emery Noir. This is pretty damn nice. I mean, Emery Noir is particularly nice, I would say. I see, it still has their priorities set straight on the most obvious goal. Shoot. Not the worst thing to focus on, mind you. Looking around is fine. But if you too much, you'll be too full to move into play. Yeah, I probably shouldn't overdo it. I'm pretty sure you are a young, growing person, have a big stomach. I'm sure you can handle it. Hey, aren't you guys gonna come with us? Can't we still got student council business to deal with? You'll be fine, go have some fun. What? Yeah, that's actually a very good question. What kind of business? What? Student council business? Didn't you say the same thing yesterday? Something I can do to help. You're fine, I promise. I don't trust that smiling face. Not at all. All you need to do is steady your show around. And the pipsqueak's gotta be showing up soon. Right. Sorry. We'll have time to go out, enjoy the festival. Anything I did was new, plus no carryover. Picture honor. Zero combat retries. Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. If you see any hot girls out there, I expect you to beeline it right back here and tell me, got it. Hans, we talked about this. I know your name is very German, but please, don't be such a degenerate. I will need to get my Flammenwerfer out again, don't I? You don't want any of them, see, no pleasure. I don't really think that's how it's supposed to happen now, isn't it? Well, I mean, no system is perfect, and let's be very honest, I think. Well, if you read the tutorials for some of the games, especially the later games, the Cold Steel series, the actual developers themselves, who made the fucking tutorials for the games, don't know how their own systems work sometimes. At least not efficiently, if you ask me. There's some very nasty combinations that you can pull off that are basically not intended by the games. You know, stuff happens. But then again, it is interesting. Sometimes you just hit just the right buttons, so to speak, metaphorically, to do something very interesting. But yeah, that should, technically speaking, not happen like that, at least. Yeah, broken as fuck, some things. It's kind of funny, especially where was it? I think it was actually in the third installment of the Cold Steel series, I think. And I played this, and I read through the tutorials, and then during mid-game or so, I looked back and reread a few of the tutorials, and was like, this is nonsense, that's a complete nonsense. I would never do that. This is useless. Do it a bit better, and suddenly everything is broken as fuck, because you can just steamroll Nightmare. I remember that much. Kinda fun. But yeah, Hans, my little Hans. Hans. Yeah, I got it. Oh, gorgeous, essential, charming. Did I miss anything? That's such a long list. My friend, I couldn't have said it better myself. I swear, you're hopeless. And the stairs like, shit. What's up, girls? Apparently, nothing much. There's too many love interests. I mean, you know, he's a pretty good target for that, technically speaking. Has a bit of the exotic touch. Not too hard on the eyes. Bit of the silent, helpful type, sometimes. And you know, yeah. I think, you know, he's probably not going to have to be a beggar. He can probably choose quite freely if he wanted to. Ember Amour. The time you've all been waiting for has finally arrived. Oh, is it Doomsday? The 52nd Genius Royal Academy Campus Festival has begun. That's not nearly as dramatic, but we'll take it. Yeah, the children are also there. Little pipsqueaks running around. Holy, yeah, that's tons of people. Right, Estelle? Yes, what, Estelle? We're going to talk to every last one of those people. Again, because that is what we have been doing till now. And that is also why I've decided that this fucking festival is probably going to be split up into 2 fucking parts, because that's going to take me a long while. Oh boy. Well, this is the famed Genius Royal Academy, after all. We're gonna talk to the little dogs. Oh boy, we're gonna talk to every bloody creature that we can talk to, including objects that do not respond but give me something to read. I've done so until now, I will continue to do so. It's definitely not your average school festival. Oh, we are expecting a lot more visitors this year than usual. Alright, it's fine here. Come on, Hans, let's go. We have a water win. I can't help myself, you know. Hans is just such a nice German name. Alright. We'll be in the student council office, so come see us if you need us. Sure thing. Best of luck, you two. Shall we go and take a look around? Works for me. Oh, let's just say I'm here in the bloody festival and I have almost 50 hours. Yes, I'm basically following every little bit of story that I can follow. Because all those little NPCs telling their little stories is kind of interesting. It just takes an S-lot of time in some cases. Like, for example, the guards on Crowder Pass when they're slowly starting to get over the fact that they were attacked by monsters and they're like, okay, what are we going to do now? Just the walking. That's talking a long time. And now, since my little NPCs are walking around, I will now have to think about how to do this nice. Okay, let's try. Until the big show, the auditorium's not actually being used. Nice. Except by me, of course. Dean Collins asked me to do a safety check before the main event. Good, good. Because for now, we kinda have to determine where everybody is, where they are moving, so I'm not missing people. Do I have? No. Technically speaking, I did provide myself with a little list of people, but, smart as I was, I did not write one for this particular part. Mostly because there are people like this, the visitor, who has no name. Where should I start? I don't know. Run on. Pick the game up, failed. Come here every year. Race has given you word. I haven't been back to my alma mater in a long time. Let's bring back memories. A pretty building, but it's the James Royal Academy after all. Well, yeah, that doesn't mean that it's pretty. Do you have taken a look at your average school lately? I have. Quite the dirty little buildings. And rooms. Because there are children there, and children do not care that much. We can make a game out of that, Wiese. Yeah. Hello, Gilbert. Ah, right, Mr. Stewart again. Honestly, between him and May, I don't know who I distrust more. They're both suspiciously suspicious. Yeah, that's a good way of saying it, actually, isn't it? Look, Loin, have all of your preparations been completed? Yep, we practiced hard. Now the line says spent the afternoon waxing the hair of Joshua's face and arms. The steps is doing now. I see. Yeah, I would be surprised too, my little friend. I look forward to seeing the results of your efforts. Indeed. It's been some time since I was last here. I still love my old alma mater. Many fond memories of this place. Now I could be sitting here and going like, do I still have love for my old alma mater? I mean, I don't hate it, but I can't say I have much love for that building. Wow, so this is the Royal Academy. It's huge. Your arch nemesis, Gilbert. I wouldn't go that far, it's just that well, he's a bit of a slimy character, isn't he? He's a bit overly friendly and stuff. I don't like it. Never really trusted those kind of persons. I wonder where my grandson's classroom is. Wait, don't you ask him? I'm pretty sure he's, yeah, gonna be shut too. Ah, Gilbert. With all the rumors, sure, but I love the atmosphere here. It's festival atmosphere. That helps a lot. I love that they even have a sidewalk cafe. Gibt es hier noch Geschichte ab? Said Gilbert to Paradise. Yeah, I kinda would like to do that. Maybe I should take a little breather before I walk around anymore. Yes, before the old plan collapses, that would probably be a good idea. And it reminds me though, is anyone at the old school building at this point in time? I kinda do prefer this music track though. I will say that much. Stats. There is somebody apparently hosting a stream. Interesting. It's not something that happens often, let's just say. Well, thank you. Thank you very much, I suppose. We do appreciate it. Yeah, I'm sorry if I sound a bit confused. Popcorn ready. Everything is good. Okay, I've confirmed nobody's at our school building and nobody's moving around overly much. That is gonna make this a lot easier. Oh, look who we have here. It is Estelle and Joshua. What brings you to here? Technically speaking, work. Technically speaking. Hello. Are you here for business or pleasure? Lots of people in the entertainment industry were invited. Did you ever find a link between all those bits of information you found? I wonder. Actually, before I get into that, I'm hungry. I think I'll go fetch me some grub. Everybody's thinking with their bloody stomach first. I'm great at science and biology, but I'm really a novice in the kitchen. Oh well, I'll work on getting the basics at least. Why do they let you run the store then? I'm kinda confused here. I mean, you would assume that some of these people can, at least potentially, do some cooking. I mean, even I can do some cooking. I'm not an expert or anything, but you know, some cooking, some basic. Would you like some candy? Yes. It's super delicious and better than popcorn. I was told to say that. Don't say that part. Nigel, Dorothy, Pinkerton, Kennedy, Dune, Dumbledore and Snape. I'm trying to make a few connections there, my friend. I'm not used to this at all. Yeah, it takes some getting used to being a salesperson. I remember that. Also, I saw some very interesting approaches to that in my own store. That was fun. Oh well, the little candy store. Well, it's the most obvious statement I've read all of today. The sign quite literally says Candy Paradise, and he's like, well, it's a little candy store. Yeah, what were you expecting? They're not gonna sell you guns or anything. That would be an interesting store idea, though. Welcome, welcome, welcome! Hello, ladies! And you forgot the gentleman. How would you like some light, fluffy popcorn? It's a healthy option, then say. Candy. You're fucking lying to me, aren't you? Pretty sure your popcorn is made in butter or something. The epitome of crunchiness, a wholly natural snack. Okay. I will believe the item description then. Oh no, don't get so excited. Oh, it's the portmaster himself. Young folks certainly are energetic. The rest of it's nice and all, but I want to see what the typical school day is like. As a parent, I'd like to see how my child is going to spend his time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure your child would not at all like that, because, well, you know, one of the few advantages of being, you know, at a school with a dorm is that you're actually away from your parents. Which means good. I'm so hungry. Little one is hungry. Feed the child. Feed it another child or something. Well, there are quite a few different shops. Still, my question is, and this is the first question I asked myself when I saw the idea of store square. My first thought is, okay, as a businessman, I know there is going to be money. It's coming inside the school. Where's going to, you know, end up all the money they're making? So you're not going to give out these stuff for free. These are the ice cream, not the popcorn. Let's say that they make like 20 mirror a pop or something. Not the prices they take from me, because that's just a rip-off. Going by, let's say, 100 or so visitors at the very least. Let's say that at least half of them would actually buy something from you. That's still a nice amount of money. Where does the money go? I would like to know that very much. That's a very important question for me. Oh my, look how low the prices are. Yeah, it's a steal, isn't it? Why, do you want to try one? It's pretty good. You mean ice cream. But yeah, let's just assume that they take those fucking prices. Like 200 mirror for fucking coffee ice cream. And that is considered cheap. So let's say that 50 people buy that. Yeah, that's an assload of mirror. Where is that? Where can I pick that up, please? Where's Voldemort? I'm pretty sure he's not very far away, I was being considered. So this is the academy. My daughter attends here, but this is my first time on campus. We were students, this building wasn't even around yet. But are you talking about this building? The building to the north used to... Ah, the main school building. Well, I mean, it is called the old schoolhouse, so I was kinda expecting it to be in use at some point. Welcome to the Fontana Tea House. Okay, what can we get here? Tea? So I guess that the table a real mate. I will assume yes. Actually, let's buy all of the drugs, because I don't actually remember which ones I already got and which ones not. I'm kind of embarrassed to be dressed like this, but it's for the festival. That's nothing. I've seen far worse. Lead roles will be played by students, will they not? Everyone's even more active than usual. Kinda not surprising. Under normal circumstances, they would be able to get in here. It's exciting. Where's my little sister's classroom? Got to fulfill my obligations as a guardian. Always interesting when the parents actually get more excited than the actual children. I'm reminding the club's food stand all afternoon, so I need to have fun while I can. Good point. Isn't this a cute outfit? Kinda. It's a bit hard to tell. You're just saying. Even we're making a lot of them. Mayor Mabel. Oh, right, you. Ah, well, it isn't Stanley Joshua. What are you doing here? To tell you the truth, I actually graduated from here. I think you actually told us that already, didn't you? That's not necessarily bad, just shows a lot of devotion, I would say. Quite a lot of devotion, my friend. I always make a point of going to the campus festival each year. Oh, okay, that's cool. But enough about me. How have you two been doing? If you're in guild business. Well, actually... Jen told me Mabel what had been going on. Actually, I forgot to have to play. I always found them to be slightly tiresome. Now that we're going to be on stage, I certainly don't want to miss it. You're just like, fuck. I'd really rather not have anyone I know in the audience for this. Hello, mate. A long time to see you two. You look as energetic as ever. Well, not been that long, technically speaking. I mean, hours for me and a few days for the poor people. Hello, Dean Collins. I haven't seen you in a while. Not seen you since last year's Royal Council, Mayor Delmore. How much changed since then? As you can see, I'm feeling quite well. You look to be in good health also. I expect that today will be quite enjoyable. Ah, so your kids are here too. I come to the campus festival every year. The invitation of the Dean and the Student Council. Is that so, my friend? I'd like to get your input on some of the school's affairs, if you have the time. You might be chartered by the monarchy. It's still important to hear the local views. Actually interesting, so the school is, technically speaking, upheld by the monarchy. I see. And they're still taking money from, the students' parents. Nice. The event will be held on the grounds and in the main building. It's scheduled to be held in the auditorium this afternoon. The student council has set up the cafeteria as a rest area, so please feel free to relax there. Hey Kana, good afternoon. Hi guys, don't tell me what's going on. You're just helping out wherever you need it. More or less. I work as security or something. Hey, Ziggy. The alumni here tend to be Nivelian celebrities from all walks of life. Every year they're all invited back. Thus the need for heightened security. Speaking of which, Mabel told us she graduated from here also. Well, just leave security up to me, and you can focus on helping out with the festival. Waifu number 4. You have a lot of waifus, my friend. Not the most loyal of fellows, are ya? 6. Jesus, you're getting somewhere. Just leave security up to me. I will. While I look around everywhere. People. Thanks for everything you did yesterday. I don't really have anything I need to do. I'm just staying here, in case I'm needed. I mean, if you're not needed, why don't you go out? I mean... I can't reach it. Too bad. Would actually like to have some look into the documents of the school, see where all the money is coming from and where it's going. Well, precisely. You attend classes here. Do you ever get to have any fun? There are quite a few cuties, I will admit that much, though from my point of view it's more Well, most of them are more on the cute side than the actually sexy side. Kinda missed it. I mean, I guess Charlotte is trying, but nah. No, she's not yet there. I'm not sure where to go next. But you're right, there are quite a few cuties around here. Maybe with my son to check out the Royal Academy campus. Still, Annalise. Still, we can agree on definitely. Little cutie. Shira is nice. Annalise is okay. She gets a lot better in the second part when we actually get to know her. Mabel is okay. Kana, very okay. Kana, I can see drinking some stuff, and that's always something I appreciate. A woman you can drink with, at least from the looks of it. We've got to get him focused on passing next year's entrance. That woman is trying to move off her poor son, like, for bloody whole fucking Olivia. I mean, yes, he's special, very special about many things, especially about things considering poor little Joshua's virginity, which is quite in danger, I would say. Okay, logic. My social studies class has been using various economic indicators to predict future trends, and we'll be displaying the results here today. As of a collection of materials summarizing the history and development of this region in a simple, easy-to-read format. If you're interested, come take a look. I don't know what typical classes are like. Well, like typical classes. It summarizes the trends in oral arts usage. Today we're on standby. We're like the information desk. Can explain the social studies periodical in plainer terms if anyone asks. There's a graph depicting changes in the tourist industry's annual growth rate. I would say the general trend is rising, all things considered. It doesn't really take a genius to figure that out. What else do we have? Extends population growth and migration. Not necessarily that important, honestly. I'm just a student from the Calvert Republic. I'm busy with this year's research periodical. It's eaten up most of my time, actually. Lists the most important exports. We are in a port town, that's gonna be fish and stuff, isn't it? Also, depending on if they have a wharf or not, boats, shippies, all the nasty little things that are sailing the oceans. My class is fairly low-key. To be honest, I think the research periodical is pretty plain. But it's okay, I'm just glad we have readers. Yeah, I know that feeling. I wanted houses this year. Too cliched, I guess. Agel. Don't want to lose to Milia's class. Oh shit, it's... Kinda ignored him, to the point where I didn't even see him. Now I have to talk to him. So this is the campus, which is funded through the royal coffers. As the Queen's nephew, I ought to give it a thorough inspection. Should have standards will consider it a great honor. Yeah, no. Gosh, the old fart, even if, I mean, it's not so much a point of being invited, he's part of the royal bloodline, so basically his family is paying for this nonsense. I don't think he needs to be invited. That's the whole problem, isn't it? I imagine he was not. Not inviting him would have just been asking for trouble. You know, painful. Grace, I hate to say this once more, but please consider your words among the public. Yeah, I think the public would be much rather pleased if you just shut up for a moment. The natural science and social studies classes are neat. Wasn't expecting so many buildings here. Yeah, that many buildings here. It's like we've got the main building, we've got the auditorium, and we've got 2 dorms plus the cafeteria. That's 5 buildings or so. Is it just me? Are there more people here than usual? You're asking the one person who's here for the first time, woman. That's... Keep our hallways quiet. That's a festival. That doesn't bode well. Oh well, this is the natural science exhibition, eh? I mean, the science has science, I think. Can't read the lower part, so... What do we have here? Let's enjoy science. Clap, clap, clap. Have you seen the size of the crowd? I wonder if they are on a vacation. And some of them, surely. And we weren't able to finish setting up the displays yesterday. Somehow though, it was all done when we came back in the morning. We were still in the middle of working when it was time to go home. Somebody has worked a little button off. But no one You who done it. I mean, somebody will have to have done it. Yeah. What are my mom and kid sister doing here? I told them not to come. I said I'd be busy. Ah, you're the one. But actually, yeah, they took time out of their busy schedule to come off, so you know. Be nice to them. I took a day off work to see how my son has matured. It seems to be quite pleased as well. I need to be a better mother from here on out. Got to turn the doting up to 9. Yes, do it. Embarrass the poor boy for all eternity in front of all his classmates. What's the little one saying? Hey, I wanna play! I mean, precisely what you would expect from a child. Wayne and I don't share any classes or clubs, but we still group together at each job. Well, this rate is going to be difficult to breathe. Yes, I should take advantage of the freedom to enjoy it when I still can. Yes. Do that, little one. I shall not stop you. Aha, I know all about it. Jerome did a bang-up job. What even do you have created? Oh, little robot test. Opal compatibility tester version. I don't care. 2002 Genius Royal Academy. Begin test. Sure. Whose profile will you import? Let's put in Estelle. Stay right. Born 87/11/86 September calendar. What happens if I just put myself again? Beginning analysis, and he's like, yeah, am I? Shit. 4 errors, 0 warnings. Overcompleted tester. Memory check. Okay, restart. Sure. Okay. He didn't like it. He really didn't like that. Let's take the obvious choice. Knew about it. You mean the ship Oliver and Shara? I'm sure that's going to end up with someone getting whipped. Yes. I can absolutely see this. Let's see then. What do we get for the obvious choice? These are two very active individuals. Today is the ideal day to take on new challenges or foes together. Now it takes each to suppress the impulse to force an opinion onto the other. Oh, she's too little to respect each other's point of view. They will both grow more mature from the experience. Most importantly, they must each learn to consider the other's feelings. No. But hey, who knows, maybe I can actually imagine Olivia being absolutely into that, being like, well, that's not whipping, that's love whipping, that's a whole different story. Sure, being like, well, as long as I get to play with my whip. Maybe those two would actually get along quite well. Well, at least in that. Outside of that, well, they booze, basically. They love the booze. All nice and litty. Oh shit, it's that guy. I haven't seen her before. I believe she was with Colonel Richard in his cabinet hideout. Ernest often spoke of coming to visit. Still has his hands full at the moment, though. I'm sure he'll be free to drop by in a while. Will he now, will he now? I came here with Clem and the other kids. Yeah, but where are the other kids? Now ship Anton and Ricky. There's not much shipping to do. Those two are getting it on basically every night. Though I think in an absolute twist, Anton is actually going to be the top while Ricky's gonna end up as the bottom. At least behind closed doors. Always heard stories about how I should visit Royal Academy if I ever traveled. Wow, the school's really shaping up lately. I've only been to Sunday school. My wife and I moved to Manoria years ago. This is the first time visiting the Royal Academy. I'm amazed that campus is so busy. Well, as I said before, it's a fucking festival. If the campus is not busy now, then when is it supposed to be busy? Hey, that should do it. Yeah, it's our projected budget. It should be okay, since I'm not that much. What's up, you three? Hi, having fun? Well, relatively speaking, yes. The documents are all set to go. Now we just need to get the dean to approve them. What nonsense are you planning? I would really like to know. Especially because Hans is involved and we all know. He's a degenerate. I don't expect anything to do with the campus festival. I'd rather just spend the time relaxing. I should have to get roped into this crap. Because you're a student here, that's the whole fucking point. It's that whole group thing, everybody's part of it. Get used to it. What do you want? Please don't interrupt me, I'm trying to study. Why? Are they all... I mean, to be fair, I kinda was one of those more grumpy persons too, in my school days, so I don't want to talk about people going like, grumble, grumble, I would much rather study. Which was not what I said. I was like, grumble, grumble, I would much rather be somewhere else and not getting involved with all of this nonsense. I think we actually talked to everybody. This is my first time to get well, we talked to you people too. I guess it's time to talk to the one person we have avoided so far. But before that, maybe we can... Yes, we can just sneak very, very carefully next to it. This place is open today as a rest area. Still got the same food though. Watch out for Hans. If Hans continues with his degenerate ways, imagining Joshua in its skirt, I will have to get the Flammenwerfer for him. He is beyond saving. At that point. Let's just sell. Do I still have... no. Yeah, I still have enough of that. Now then, hello people. Especially you. Huh? Professor Alba, is that you? Well, I stand Joshua. It's a pleasant surprise. I trust you're doing well. We're students now. Dum dum dum. Were you invited here for the festival? Sadly no. I'm here on other business. I've come to investigate a new discovery within the Sapphire Tower. I was hoping that the Academy could provide me with some useful materials. Well, you are really dedicated. Well, I have to be. Research hasn't made me wealthy, so I'm fueled by pure enthusiasm. On a related note, Snake Eye, the Academy's curriculum is divided into a few courses, isn't it? Why do you look so nasty while you're talking about the Academy's curriculum? He's like, those disgusting courses. Only so few. Will there be any exhibitions? Yes, although of the 3 courses available to study, here only the social studies class will have an exhibition. The students are displaying the results of an independent research project. I see. I recall my own days as a student. So as the research publication mate. Oh, okay, this must be your first time in the Academy, right? Let's see. How to explain. Indeed, campus is fairly littered with buildings. We went over this already, it's like 5 buildings. Give the man a map himself. If you'd like, we can just take you there. That would be helpful. But I'd hate to spoil your fun here. Well, that's fine. I'm not doing anything major right now. Which is not a lie, technically speaking. I see. In that case, I would greatly appreciate you showing me to the exhibition hall, whenever you have the time. I'll be waiting for you right here in the cafeteria. Healthy muggles. Now I will actually need to check out if anyone has anything new. I don't think so. Oops. Seems like nothing happened, so we'll start escorting him then. Yep, nothing new. Okay, right. The students here are fortunate. I certainly wish my own meals only cost this much. As they could. Take the professor. To the social studies. Dum dum. He's once again going like, well, disgusting little ants. Looking at here. You certainly pulled out all the stops, haven't you? In so many areas of interest, from history to economics. Thank you so much. This looks like smashing fun. I read those already and they're not that fun. It was my pleasure to help, sir. Social studies is my mayor, so I hope you enjoy looking around. Shit, I just made myself very, very unlike McElroy. When I can, it's a shit. It's really shit, isn't it? Well, I've never been any good at this whole academics thing. One of these days, I'm really going to have to get over it. New Bracer requires knowledge in many different areas of study. Well, I'm actually to start looking around, so if you'll excuse me, thank you again for showing me the way here. Pain in the ass. That was actually the plan, yeah? I'm just thinking about where to start. I mean, I guess we can start up here. Your 10 classes here, do we have any fun? I want to talk about it. I'm not sure where to go next, so you have nothing new to say. Nature, science and social studies, yeah. Okay, so you people have nothing new to say. I'm going to try and actually focus on people that actually have something new to say and not just the same shit over and over again. I wonder if typically they like. I've kinda... We heard that already. Yeah, we heard that already. What has Professor Albert to say? Oh no, I see that you're studying hard. I'm looking at a fucking pie thingy and on the wall, and he's like, yes, I can see that you're studying hard. Yes, at making a fucking probably nonsensical little diagram on the wall. Yay for science. I hope people really don't have much new things to say. Up here, which is kind of saddening. Oh shit, he has moved. Ah, great. Seen the size of the crowd. One of their own vacation. That's something already hit. Yep, did heaven. Hey, I wanna play. I don't know. Is it? What are my mom and kids doing here? Well, kinda already talked about it. Like, what did it say? How about functional unit memory? Displayed items are unknown. Okay. And let's see what do you have to say. So this is the campus which is funded through the royal coffers. Yes, yes, yes. They haven't even a single gilded bird feeder. So if you are to give it a thorough inspection. And you're probably gonna be, I hate to say it once more, but please consider your words. Yeah. He really should start doing that at some point. And I don't share any classes or clubs. It's also something we already hit. Wait, what? Could I? Oh, I kind of thought I could examine this, but this was just talking with the little one. You shall be spared, little one. Oh shit. Is this going to trigger all new dialogue? You're all here. Yeah, well, yeah. Hey, kiddos. Yeah, you would make it. Are you having fun? Well, yeah, that's awesome. I ate so much candy I puked. Daniel, my friend. Listen, buddy. I know you are very focused on your food, but don't eat so much you puke. That's like... In comparison, it's like drinking a very, very pricey whiskey until you puke. What's the point? No wasting. Oh, I told you not to be such a pig. Yeah, this makes me freezer with you. Yep, he's talking to those people over there. Here she is. Ooh. Good afternoon, all. Matron Teresa. Good afternoon, Matron. Thank you very much for inviting us here today. Children and I have enjoyed it greatly. Hey, what's going? When's your play thingy supposed to start? We've all been looking forward to it. I see. Well, you have to wait just a little bit longer. You know that both Estelle and Joshua are going to be in the play with me. Really? This is going to be so cool. What are you going to be playing, Mr. Joshua? Well, how to put this? You just have to wait and see, won't you? Estelle, you can be so interesting sometimes, can't you? Oh, by the way, you guys still staying in Manoria? Yes, only continued goodwill of the innkeepers. That's sad, however. Hey guys, I want to see the customs that will be used in the play. Pretty dresses and suits of armor. Pretty dresses. Suits of armor. I guess I have your attention. I give you an exclusive sneak peek at them before the play even starts. Hey, want to go too? I'll be backstage. Come when you're ready. Joshua is always good. Okay, now follow me. Getting the children away from anything unpleasant. Quite the sneaky little act, isn't it? Joshua has a thoughtful boy. Didn't want to speak of this in front of the children. You mean? Yes, I've chosen to accept the mayor's offer. We will impose upon the Manorians no longer. We'll tell the children today, after the festival. I see. It's sad, but I suppose you have no choice. Please don't look at me so. Rankhill is easily reachable by airship. Moreover, I can look for work while I'm here. Yeah, interesting tone, probably like... Yeah, kinda, but you know, I'm From my personal standpoint, I'm the kind of person who really likes to just run around and do all of this nonsense. And so small little details that just abuse me quite a bit. Though I will admit that there is a hell of a mess of focus loss because, well, not only did I make, of course, some less trips where nothing new has happened, it really does put you all over. Then again, nobody said that I was a focused person anyway, so I guess it's kind of fitting. I save enough mirror, I'll be able to rebuild the orphanage someday. Now then, let's find the children, shall we? I would imagine that they are a bit much for your short to handle on his own. But yeah, generally speaking, I would admit that that would help a lot. Oh, this is so cool. Gunful comes this game turned into a nightmare in Grunsel. I know that it's going to turn into a nightmare in Grunsel. Grunsel will probably be like, if we go by an usual episode length of 1 hour, this is going to take so many bloody fucking hours. But well, I can still change my MO once I get close to that. Zeiss should still be pretty much okay. Ruan is manageable. It's just the traveling distances. Actually, the traveling distances between the places in and of itself is more problem than the actual places themselves. Because if I'm somewhere like, you know, give an example from the last area, when you're down at Valeria Lake, you're kind of like, well, shit, now I have to walk back all the way to the checkpoint to Roland. That takes a while. But yeah, Grunsel, I'm really thinking about how to do that. I wonder if I could wear it. Not with how short you are. It's the only you can learn all the... Technically speaking, yeah, I could look which of the NPC stories is actually interesting and which is not, and then do a bit of using the sketch, basically, to make sure that I only tell the good ones. I could do that for Grunsel, which is probably the only one. But yeah, I will actually think about how to deal with Grunsel once we are a bit closer to that. And I will sit down and actually think about how to handle that. Because that could be interesting. In one way or another. I wish I could try on a white dress. That'll marry dreams big. Well, you look like you're having fun. Huh? Where's the Joshua? Where'd Joshua go? Sarah, he left after he brought us here. Said, wait here until the girls arrive. There's something wrong. Yeah, it's probably going to end up with myself having a look at Grunsel first and going like, okay, which of these is interesting from my memory, which of these can I look up, and then I'm going to make a nice little list of NPCs, the named and portrait ones of course, and maybe a few of the little stories that are somewhat amusing or interesting. Yeah, because otherwise, I think even I would kinda get insane. I mean, we can, technically speaking, we could try to do this, it just would go into insane territory very, very soonish. Hey, I Snouch. Michael Joshua, when you're looking for the guy with silver hair. Silver hair. Yeah, he helped us get out of the fire before. His hair's all shiny and pretty. Now what? Oh, so he's been seen on campus. And the first thing I do is abuse Poms. Stop abusing the poor Poms. Let the game have its, you know, normal leveling curve and not just out power level it with Poms. That's not a nice thing to do. Just for a second though. Mr. Joshua was sure surprised. What are you, dummy? Didn't you come and tell any of us? Because I was eating a crab. Instead. I know. I'll be right back, Matron. Yes, that's fine. Oh, would you please go with her? Don't worry about us. We'll be fine. Why you leave, Matron? That's also a saying that nobody would ever make in any normal circumstances. You're going to? Yes, I'm sorry. I'll see you at the play. Yeah, it's gonna knock your socks off. I will be surprised if we manage that, but okay. Anyway, let's go find Joshua. I know who that guy with the silver hair is. But even without meeting him, he totally creeps me out. Just a moment, please. Zeke! Heil! Damn it. Hello Zeke, my little friend in German. But then I get to skip all the non... I will admit that is an argument. But honestly, I have not really abused any poms, and as long as you're playing on normal, you don't really need to skip much ahead. Even the difficulty spike when you first enter the Gull Seaside way compared to previous areas is really not that much if you haven't completely skipped fighting beforehand. It's the kind of thing where it's like, you can do, but honestly, You're basically free. It's your choice. I will allow you that choice. Make it for yourself. I need to ask you something. Did you see where your show went? And she's like, scream! I don't think I'll ever get tired of that. Wait, is here that... the old school building down back the road? Yes. Shall we? We shall. After we have talked to everybody again. You see, I knew I would need a whole episode just to get this nonsense done. Almost time for the play to start. I'm calling for all of the performers soon. And since I knew that, I was right in my idea to make this now. Fine, this is so dull. I don't want to have anything to do with the play. I didn't sign up for this either. We have 12 tiger's eyes and 12 crimson eyes. Ooh, that's nice. All because of the damn student council president. Oh, come on, don't cry. If you want your shred. No, but we at least know where he are. I mean, we know where Zeke is, and where Zeke is. The Heil is not that far. It picks up on a lot of different things. She always makes a beeline for everything she spots. You mean for everything that is eatable, basically. Hey, I want a beautiful place. I'd love something like that when I grow up. I know that one, isn't it? The show went off to look for the man with the pretty hair. Sure can't wait for the play to start. Little lighting. Will we even need lighting? I think the natural lighting in there is not bad. And again, who am I to say? So as they're holding the play, right? I hope it starts soon. Is it true that we'll be able to see the princess this year? I don't know. Looks like it's tough to get into the school lately. So kinda jealous that I don't get to study here though. I never needed money again. As if you would actually need money in this game. Just with cooking you can make so much bloody money if you want to. Looks like tough to get into school lately. Because some of the recipes are actually set up in a very stupid way where the ingredients cost is less than fucking the price of selling the finished product. Which is idiotic, to put it mildly. It really doesn't take a genius to figure out how to make money in this game. I mean, even I was like, wait a second, I can make this. And after that I just started to, you know, take my little calculator and go like, okay, 1 plus that plus that plus that, and then I make it, and then I sell it, and I get more. Nice. And it's just a question of finding out which gets more. So, you know, money should never really be an issue in this game. I sell fish equipment from Trails too. Yeah, more fishing. I will have admit that I have a bit of a weakness for fishing minigames, and in some cases you really make an assload of money. Play starts this afternoon. That ought to be fun. Yes, if you could stop running around. Hey, what's going on? Where's the fire? Don't tell me something's wrong. Hey, oh no, it's no big deal. Okay, alright then. Just be sure to let me know if anything pops up. See, that woman looks like she could hold a drink, but not like in the shower way, where she's not... she's probably not going to get all crazy. This place is interesting, but I'm waiting for the play. I bought some ice cream with my own money. Hey, the store gave me a discount. Oh, that's nice. Making money in... You get that. Wild Rage. And Rigadoo. Set up by the fencing club. I'm pretty surprised at how good this stuff is. Repeat. Yeah, actually I think there are also at least one recipe I remember in Trails 2 that goes the same way, so it doesn't really matter how. There are so many ways you can make money in Trails games. It's surprisingly good. And we even made special scoops just for the festival. Nice. Actually, it's the same in even later on when you're playing Cold Steel, there too. I think actually it starts with all the way back in the first one even. It's a bit of a tedious thing to make it with food, but if you're playing on Nightmare and you want to get some money fast, start you off, kinda works. It's the art club, so I figured I'd get a chance to paint some portraits, but well, at least I'm a good cook, so I can't complain too much. Seems like we have everything we can get. Hey, that looks good. Daddy, I want that. The festival is a great way to loosen your purse strings. You don't say. You like some dessert candy? It's not as sweet as you ladies, but it's pretty good. Mmm, a very size, shape and flavor. That's way more variety than the popcorn stand. Hey, he's getting into it. Never had candy like this since I was a kid. I wonder where the stuff was made. Probably local. Eat one thing and I get hungry for the next. That's an impressive skill all by yourself, mind you. Gourmet popcorn. I don't believe it. We have talked with you. We have just some guy with black hair go running past. Maybe we saw something interesting in that direction. Yes, maybe. Now I want to attend here too. Maybe if I study harder than ever from now on. Yeah, that's actually the only real difficulty spike that you will experience. The start where you are without equipment and stuff. Yeah, so I'm starting to wear me out. You don't shave. Oh, old man. Well, wrapped up in things without meaning to. Eventually, get to level 10 in 10 minutes. Yeah, Shadow Spear, and then you can, worst case scenario, you can just save scum and go like, well, I can reload now. It's been a tradition ever since when I was a student here. The play, you say. Dome is where I spent many a day when I was a student. Proceeds to play night without being too short. Yes. Then there were foolish rumors flying around about a ghost. Honestly, that's the only way you can really get a relaxed Nightmare playthrough. Otherwise, it's actually going to be a nightmare if you're not abusing the systems that they're giving to you. And it's a nice quiet spot too. That study would get pretty far in a place like this. I mean, that's kind of the whole deal, isn't it? You can't really play Nightmare without having some idea of what you're doing, otherwise you're just gonna get frustrated with the amount of 2 shots you will get. 1 shots even in some cases. Heck, imagine, without any previous knowledge, actually managing to go through Nightmare and then you come to the LC side way, where the difficulty spike is even on normal. Something you feel. It's not something I want to imagine. Must have something interesting up their sleeves for this afternoon play. Asked my daughter about it, but she wouldn't tell me any details. Time was, all of the students' displays were research papers of some kind. Times change, I guess. Let's see, maybe I should just rest here. Who knows? I want some juice. I mean, at least the child is honest and going like, I want some juice. Wait, you're not gonna talk to me unless I come back here, eh? If I'm working on the coffee house, I've got to push myself. And to do that, I need more coffee! Research XP and Zeph to max stuff isn't optional. It's not optional in the long run, no. You can, and I tried to do that, murder your way somewhat through with lots of items and lots of manual farming, but that's a pain in the ass to do a Nightmare, fuck's sake. Which is also why I never went much farther than actually to Ruin. Then I was like, no, not like this. It's pretty tough. You can get somewhere, it just takes patience. My class has done a fine job on the festival. It's really put a lot of work into the set. Welcome to the tea house. Been involved in the club's food stand the whole time. Have a chance to get involved in the class project. Yep, I'm feeling good. Hello, I will get to show you to your seats. Okay, ending the store in the morning so I can have fun in the afternoon. Mom's really eager for me to get in here. I got really bust my butt to bust the entrance exam. I want to roll you more than ever. Then again, the whole idea of a Nightmare mode in pretty much any game is just meant for the experienced player. It's not really something set up for the newly interested person. Last final exam grade was from one Chloe Rince. Imagine unlocking all orb slots. That's actually still relatively easily. I did it without abusing poor little bombs. But full gems in chapter 1 without abusing poems, yeah. At some point, you will have to abuse poems. But you can push that back, at least on normal, quite a bit, because honestly, you don't really need that much. No, Ginger must be really smart. Children's Royal Academy. It's as magnificent as I expected. The campus festival is quite the event, I see. Well, so the play starts this afternoon. I can't imagine it will come anywhere near the splendor of Grand Cell's theater. This is official business, after all. I suppose I will go see it, if I must. Duke being an asshole as usual. Success. This is supposed to be our best turnout yet, so I do always worry that the people with children will lose track of them in the crowd. But so far, no fatalities. The referee was a joke, I didn't get it. Good of Rocks, wonder what you mean. Hell yeah, it has been quite a big success. Look to seeing the play. Expect it will be a big hit for the festival. The students are really well behaved enough to not require me to interfere. Yeah, then you editing it. I mean, kinda, yeah. It really takes you back a bit. But that's a problem that usually happens with games, because you can't really let the characters be OP. You kinda have to create a far more stronger world around them to indulge them. Otherwise, I mean, technically you could probably get away in this game, because this game is really not about the fighting, honestly. They have a nice system, it's functional, they have the whole art system set up, that is nice, but honestly, if you're playing a Trails game for the combat system, you're kinda, you know, missing the point, I would say. Going to see the play this afternoon. Hope it starts soon. All the displays were fun. The children seem to be having a great time. Nice. I need a break. Well now, I see that you're studying hard. Yeah, you already said so. I hate just writing assignments. And being senior staff, I understand the need to enjoy oneself. At the end of the day, I still need to hand in my research results, you know? Getting good grades is paramount. Schoolwork is all well and good. I'd like for my kid to be more thoughtful first and foremost. Julia has been yawning non-stop for a while. And the pretty lady came too. Everyone in the social studies class is working on research periodical. Oh wow. Class is doing either a tea house or a haunted house. Not sure which though. Frankly, I think there's crossover potential. Yes, sure. Or the end boss of the game. Final boss of the game. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. Club lately. I've been switching off who's supervising the club shop, so I was thinking of checking in. These ones have pretty sharp questions. I suppose I wonder how much longer it will be until the play starts. Between you two seem like the real reliable sort. Okay. Economic development after the 100-day war hinged upon these. Economic development after the 100-day... I mean, repairing the damages is probably going to be a subsidiary of the state, so the state will give out huge orders, which is going to be very well for the economy for a short run, and it also gives them opportunity to develop maybe a bit. Really not a bad thing. Honestly, that kinda leads to a bit of an upswing for the economy. Once walking has tired me out. Maybe I should rest in the coffee house. There are displays everywhere. You can see that the students put a lot of work into them. Okay, the play starts this afternoon, and it's based on the old classic, Madrigal of the White Magnolia, huh? Sad to say, I'm not too sure that a bunch of students can pull that one off. Oi. Look into my eyes, we're the ones responsible here. I can't pull this off. I think the exhibitions will be shut down soon. I better rather... Who really makes that this class? These students have really accomplished a lot. Hey guys, hi, it's Kurt, Annalise Karner, and... oh, that guy. Hold up. That's how she could get away from a big fish, did she? He lives pretty close to that Jerome fellow I've noticed. I don't know if there's anything there. Shouldn't you be working? Is the shop gonna be okay without you? Okay, general viewing is over. I think I'll go see Felicity in the shop and torture her. I mean, encourage her. Yes, no torture was ever here. I saw Yoshio running off earlier. He looked quite serious. Has something happened? No. This is rather fun. You play this afternoon, right? I'm looking forward to it. You should. Maybe more fun than I expected. I have no idea how I'd get it all done. Came up with the plans for it. Why is my class doing fortune-telling games, I wonder? The oldest kids are doing something far more direct. Students in this class are impressive, though the same can be said for the teacher. Well, I mean, no reason to humble yourself. You kinda need to teach them all the knowledge to actually make use of it. Now then, into the clubhouse we shall go. We talked to you, didn't we? Yes, we did. We're like, yes, I saw a blockhead guy going. Maybe study harder than ever. Yeah. Good luck with that. Oh, Chloe and Estelle. What's so important that Joshua actually thought it was okay to leave two cute girls on their own? Once. We've been over this. If the place starts up, everyone will be locked out of this building for a while. Just to keep anyone from coming in and stealing anything. That's sensible. Hey Chloe, have the kids from the orphanage gotten here? Yeah. All present and accounted for. Good. Hopefully they'll be able to forget about all the nastiness. At least for a little while. Indeed. I'd like to have the kids forget about all the nastiness. Works on the play, right? I need to go see it. I hope it's good. It will be good. Believe you me. Why do you say that? She already has two very fine suitors. How long have you been sitting there? Please don't make this out to be something that it's not. I was just reciting lines from the play. Just don't want to make any mistakes and look foolish. I mean, that's kinda how it is with people, but then I always have a good ability to ad-lib, which surprisingly little people actually have. Not much of a problem actually. Worst case, just turn it into a fun scene and hope that the next guy with the next line is actually able to cope. I did that once in a school play, because I was kinda cast into the role more out of maliciousness than anything else, and I had no real line, no real time to read my lines. I learned them, so I was ad-libbing an ad load, and next guy line was a lot more sweaty than me when it was finished. Let's just say. Now, my question is now, do we have time? Let me check. Doesn't really seems like it. Well, no. I actually think we are quite liberally out of time. But we have talked with everybody. We have bought everything. We could probably eat the food. Actually, now that I look at it, it actually did count as resting, that one sleep we had, because Estelle is fully healed. That's good. Now then. Let's get back here so we have a nice little background music, because I love this soundtrack quite a bit. Some of these pieces are really easy when you think about it, but they're really satisfying for some bloody reason. I don't even know why, but that's just how it is. But yeah, as you can see by looking on the clock, it's been about an hour, and well, I did start a bit early today. I actually have to get to bed relatively soonish, considering that I still have one long day in front of us, which is Friday. But do not fear, I shall be back, of course, on the Friday. For the moment, I shall have to bid you adieu. Have a good one and all that. And as I said, I will be back tomorrow. Probably actually with 2 streams. One's gonna be the finishing off of the Frostpunk. The next one is gonna be the usual Friday entertainment, which is Pillars of Eternity. Meeting some nonsense. Maybe meeting those hot twins they've been promised me since ever. Pain in the ass. But for those more interested in this particular branch of my little spree of games I play, this game will probably return to us on Saturday in a more long-winded fashion, because I have memory served, the next parts are going to be rather lengthy, and if I want to finish with the Genesis Royal Academy, that's probably going to take a bit. Maybe after that we are going to start on the next part of the Ruin Part 2. So yeah, there is things to look forward to. Apart from the fact that I also need to kind of check out, you know, how to deal with Lancel once we get closer to that. But first is the next region is going to be Zeiss, and that is still going to be somewhat manageable. It's going to bloat the playtime though quite an ass lot. I mean, this alone is bloating the playtime because I'm standing around and doing nothing, but you know. I need the time to explain stuff so people are actually somewhat informed. Well, I could either do that, or I could, of course, go ahead and make a video out of this and edit it and make it all nice and fancy looking, but that's not really my style. Still prefer to be live. Kinda, you know, more my style. It's easy to make things look good and nice. Well, I mean, it's not easy to guys work, but it is still rather possible to make yourself look really, really good. Well and proper edited video. Not so much to fake that when you're doing it live, I find. And then again, I also do like the more freestyle rambling that I can do now. But yeah, with that sort of information out of the way, once again, as per usual, thanks for dropping by. What specialties do we have today? We have, of course, the Ranaxi Uwu dropping by and going very much chattery. I like it. I appreciate it very much. It's always nice to have somebody along who's actually invested into the same thing. So you have some partner in crime, I like to say. And who else? The Overjal Zane, who has hosted us. I'm pretty damn sure that is something relatively positive. I just don't know how much exactly. I'm not too well versed in all things Twitch. Sadly enough. I could probably read it up, but then again, I'm just going to assume he meant well, so thank you very much. Yes, thank you very much. Indeed. Well, anything else that needs to be made immediately? Oh, right, before I forget it. I am still somewhat planning on the whole short vacation time. Well, which would be my first vacation in a long time, as I kind of mentioned before. The first actual vacation in like 4 years at this point. If I get that done, then at least, well, it's gonna be something like 4 days or 5 days at the most, so let's just assume that 2 days will be lost for, you know, intensive cleaning and other stuff. That's usually not something I get around to. But that would still leave me with at least 2 days of basically free time. Which could mean that we could actually play some games for a longer time than usual. Let's just say, you know, it's probably going to come. Also, do not forget, we have actually October, which is the spooky month. So, I do plan to play something a bit more spooky at the end of the month. Some Resident Evil, just not Village, because Village is not spooky. I mean, I played it, I was like, meh. Scared me like 2 times, 3 times. It actually was boring enough that I actually finished it in a video, which is something I rarely do. Which basically means I sat down, I played through the whole game, then I cut out most of the fucking nonsense parts running around. Then I was like, here, now you can watch the finale if you absolutely want to. I don't think anyone would want to see it, because fuck that nonsense. Boy, fuck that nonsense indeed. Ugh. Yeah, let's actually play something that's at least fun to play, and not that. Was not fun. Was not fun at all. Now then, anything else I have forgotten? No, I don't think I actually have. So I will have to end it here before I start rambling for a longer time. I said tomorrow is probably going to end up being the double time, but don't hold me accountable for that. In the worst case, you will see me in the evening for the pillars thing, and we kind of will then have to do a bit of a triple or double thingy on Saturday. Mind you, that's something you can aim me to. I will finish that little game we started, because, well, it would suck otherwise. And yeah, I do appreciate the little NXI coming along and reminding me that Ground Cell is actually a thing in my near future, that I actually need to plan around a bit. I will actually look into it, and I will actually tell you what decision I have reached for that. Just not immediately. That's gonna take some planning. And as I said before I actually started this, I do kind of invest some planning into this. It's not like I sit down every evening and go like, well, click live button, the rest is gonna work. No, I actually do think about what I'm doing, somewhat. Somewhat though. But yeah. I guess bye-bye it shall be. It's getting late and I need my sleep. My sleepy sleep, otherwise having another long day ahead of me, like, you know, 12-hour days or so. It's gonna be a pain in the ass otherwise. So yeah,